Hello everybody, welcome back to Operation Hats. It is the start of turn 16 for the Germans. If my audio sounds a little bit different, I'm trying out a new headset with a different microphone. We'll see if this works any better. Sorry, not 16, 15. It is July 1943. We're entering the end of the war here now. Things are heating up, drawing to the conclusion, and the Axis are under stress, both in-game and out-of-game. Jinx has had some family issues that came up that he has to deal with. So I'll let him tell you a bit more about them when he gets back, hopefully by the next German turn. But for now, we're being accommodating, and we're going to have me do this turn and then possibly the Italian turn afterwards. He's okay, pretty much all my moves here. So don't think that I'm trying to hijack his position or anything. And this is still very much his game to win or lose, and we'll see how it goes. Germany is under quite a lot of duress at the moment, and it is his playing that's got us in this position where we might actually be able to scrape a win out of this. So, enough of that. I'm not going to go ahead and do much of a recap this turn. I'll just do a little bit of flying over the map so you can see it. We have a few things to clear up, and I'll talk a little bit more on the Japanese turn when I'm not under as much of a time crunch right now. So, first thing from the American turn. This transport was strategic naval moved from New York. It can't go to strategic naval in Morocco and then import in Gibraltar because that's just not how that works. And second, you can't strategic naval move to Morocco because there's not a port here. So these two Marines are going to instead strategic naval move to Gibraltar, and they'll be dropped off there, and then everything's fine and dandy. Second, unfortunately for me, MP7 remembered to repair his carriers when he was talking to me, and so even though he didn't do that on his turn, there are now two fully repaired carriers, and those planes can move a lot further than they previously could have. So that's two of those cleared up. Next thing is this bomber went and bombed this major port for 1 damage, but that's enough. And so the Germans and Italians have to scramble. They're going to scramble a battlecruiser, a transport, and a destroyer out. And then these 3 transports are stuck in port until the damage is repaired on the Italian turn. This American medium bomber can go 2 more spaces and will land in Sudan, where the Allies seem to be setting up a new airbase. We'll see how that goes. Alright, that's that. Come on, eraser. Still haven't mastered the TTS eraser. It's a little bit strange sometimes. Oh, nope. Almost everything. So, finally, this strategic rocket was launched from Morocco. 1, 2, 3, and MP7 forgot to roll it. So we're going to go ahead and roll to damage this airbase. I don't believe there's any anti-aircraft guns or anything because Italy doesn't have radar, and so we're just going to roll. 1. Well, the Italian bank will be happy about that. It does, however, put that airbase out of action this turn, but that strategic rocket is used up, and the Italians won't have to pay exorbitant amounts to repair that. Ultimately, probably a net loss. Come on, where's the damage marker? Damage marker. There you go. Ultimately, probably a net loss for the Americans. 3 IPP unit, did 1 IPP of damage, but we'll see. So, no scramble right now. Alright, moving on to the German. That's all the corrections. Don't see any more white circles. So, moving on to the German turn, we're going to do purchases, and then we'll do some tech rolls, just to give a little bit more of a time buffer, so you know I'm not cheating the tech rolls. So, first, this is German build. It says it's 80. That's correct. The calculator is a little bit confused. So, this fortification will finish production, and will be lend-leased to Italy. That's what this artillery is standing in for. This fortification will be built in 1 turn for 10. It only costs 5 on the calculator, but the other 5 is taken up by these 5 destroyers with approved construction, so that's 10. So, fortification for Italy, fortification for Germany, 5 destroyers. Oh, that's not going to be an upgrade. Changed my mind there. So, 3 militia, 5 infantry, and 5 infantry for a total of 30, 36, and then the rest of it. 54, I guess. So, that is the buys. And then we will come over here for the tech dice. So, we're going to roll radar, airborne doctrine, heavy strategic bombers, and improved logistics. Thought about going for improved factories, but then I realized that Germany won't have any factories to be improved shortly. So not really too much a big deal. Would have been useful if we'd been rolling for it earlier, though. So we'll take those, roll them down the chute. And let's see what we got. So, 8 for improved logistics, 8 for airborne doctrine, 1 for radar, and 7 for bombers. Think improved logistics and airborne doctrine succeed. Not sure. Improved logistics is an 8. And airborne doctrine is a 7, so that succeeds. But heavy bombers is a 9, so nothing. Alright, that's that. Recruitment roll that I don't want to forget for the nationalists. Let me stick that right here for when I go to collect income. Vichy France no longer gets a recruitment roll because the US was impolitic enough to declare war on them. Spin, that's the wrong key. Alright, Germany, as one might have guessed from the defensive posture, is not undertaking too many attacks this turn. The few we do have, actually I think the 2 we do have, hopefully will go our way. We've got 1 fighter coming from Western Germany, 1, 2 into Lithuania, because Lithuania borders A12, along with 1 infantry from Latvia, and then every single other German plane in range. So this fighter from Eastern Poland, 1, 2, this fighter from, and other fighter, and tactical bomber from Romania, 1, 2, 3, and then they're all come land back in various places over here. We just want to really make sure that Soviet mechanized infantry does not survive. Then the other attack will be over here. The submarine will go 1, 2, and come down and raid here. And I think that's everything. No more red lines. So, raiding dice, I had some sitting around. Maybe not. Okay. There we go. Alright. So the US, at the moment, as far as I can tell, does not have any text related to ASW. They do not have radar or advanced anti-submarine warfare. So it is a straight up simple roll back like in the early days of the war. Second happy time, hopefully. So Germany will be red, and the US will be this black that will now be changed to a green. Germany has a +2. Let's, yep, it's just normal number, +2. Let's see how this goes. Nice. 5 + 2 is 7, -2 is 5. So 5 damage. That is all the damage on the Americans. And so 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, and then we will go and take that money off. Open that, comes off as direct last turn. American income's over here. So they're now down to 71. Still more than the Japanese, darn. Alright, so that's that. Moving back up here. Lithuania, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 fighters. That'll be rolling these 4 dice at 6, and we'll see if we get the hit. And that if we need to, we'll start rolling more of the units. That is very dead mechanized infantry. It will defend at a 4. Oh, sad. That hit our infantry, so the Soviets lose the mechanized infantry, but we do not take the territory. So, oh well. Just hoping for the extra dollar there. But we can go ahead and transition directly into non-combat then. So, should have brought this guy in. Okay, so this fighter, we will bring back 1, 2 fighters to Romania. It's 3 spaces, all of them have range. This fighter will go to East Poland, along with this tactical bomber, and this fighter. So there's now 3 German planes here, and 3 Axis planes in Romania. Other news, all these German units, not this one, are going to make their way into Eastern Poland. And there is not room on the card here. So I'm going to make a little bit of room, and then I will clean all of this up some more off off camera before I send the save in. There we go. So that, and then I will do a rundown for the Russians. This infantry in West Poland will move to Warsaw. This infantry is going to stay in Königsberg. These 5 infantry are going to move to Donelaske, or however it's pronounced. Down here, this infantry is going to move up to East Poland. This infantry is going to move to Romania from Bulgaria. This cavalry is going to move from Bulgaria to Romania. This anti-aircraft gun is going to move into Eastern Poland. This cavalry is going to move to Istanbul. I've got 3 infantry here. 3, 4. Yeah. I'll come back to that in a sec. This transport is going to go from Istanbul. It's going to go 1, 2, drop an anti-aircraft gun and a infantry off in Egypt. And then it will go into port. Actually, we have options. We can come all the way here and then just hang out in the Red Sea. We could also go into port on this side of Egypt. Yeah, I think we're going to go into the Red Sea here. Yep. Those are also input. This airborne is moving to southern Iraq from Kuwait. This submarine will go 1, 2, 3 to off of Egypt. Start erasing these. This seaplane is going to go from lower Egypt. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to Aquitaine because we have a long-range aircraft. And then it'll stay at the seaplane base there. That will stay. This will stay. This will stay. Yeah, those will stay. Alright, back over here. This infantry is going to move from southern Italy to Lazio. From Lazio to Rome, 1 infantry. From Western Yugoslavia to northern Italy, 1 infantry. From southern France to northern Italy, a lot of units. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry and an artillery. Just put 6 German infantry in northern Italy. Leaves 1 in southern France, militia in southern France. Might pull one of those guys back in a sec. 3 infantry in Aquitaine. Alright. Over here, from Picardy, a blue division and an infantry are going to move to Paris. From Paris, we're going to move a light tank and a medium bomber. Oh, he could have convoy raided. No, but the British get the ASW system when we again. And a fighter to Normandy, so light tank fighter to Normandy. All these forces will stay in Normandy. The Deutsches Afrika Korps fast movers will go 1, 2, and to Alsace-Lorraine, so that will be 1 medium armor, 1 light armor, 1 motorized infantry, and 1 artillery. From Belgium to Picardy, 1 blue division. From Netherlands to Belgium, 1 infantry. From Western Germany to Netherlands, 1 infantry. From Berlin to... yeah... we'll keep that in Berlin, just in case something weird happens. Trying to do these methodically here. Let's see. It's all done. Come on. Erase. There we go. Those, the shuffle. I think I moved everyone I wanted to over here. Alright, quick look here. We've got a militia, an infantry, and a cavalry that cannot move further. This mountain infantry could move north. He's Poland. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 Marines, and no air transports because they all got killed in Leningrad. So 4 Marines at 1, the bombard versus 2 at 3. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus planes. Zoom down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 12. 16 against 4. We'll leave the mountain infantry here. Alright, that's another thing I need to come back to over here. Alright, up here, the big move. The German fleet off A6 is going to go 1, 2, 3 to Normandy. One of the transports is going to pick up these 2 infantry from Scotland and bring them down to Normandy and drop them off. Leaving Scotland empty. This transport is going to strategically move 1 from the port in Scotland, pick up a Marine from Wilhelmshaven, and then go 2, 3, 4 to max out the German naval transport strategic naval move capacity and drop here. These 2 guys are going to rail over. This airborne and air transport are going to fly over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing fancy. This destroyer is going to move over. 1, 2, 3. We're going to take these 3 battleships, and they're going to go and they are going to go in port in Normandy. We're going to steal the import marker. So they're going to go in port in Normandy. Everything else is going to stay at sea. So that includes this transport and the destroyer that have joined. This coastal defense ship is going to stay in port in Germany. think that's pretty much everything. I'm going to move 2 of those infantry that started originally in Normandy to Paris. Gives us 4 units there. Yep. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright, other rail from Bavaria to Eastern Poland, 1 infantry. From Berlin to Eastern Poland, 1 infantry. Those units are in Donetsk, not in there. That's there. Oop, almost forgot. Up here, these units will all move into Helsinki, so 2 airborne infantry. Militia will have to stay in southern Finland. Down here, this submarine is going to go 1, 2, and go into port in Normandy in A21. I don't think he does any good for us hanging out of port. Anything he can do, the massive German fleet can do better. Remember, this American plane is still on map here. And this is Portugal is British. Thank you for being completely unhelpful, Eraser. I'll erase it all later. Alright, that's that. That's that. Now the big question. What do I rail to Egypt? An infantry from Ankara or a AA gun from Syria? How many AA do I have in here already? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to rail. The US has quite the large invasion force. It's a little off-putting, honestly. Oh, my mouse has frozen. Hello, mouse. Dang, the battery might just died. Okay, the battery in my mouse has officially died. So I'm just going to do this with the touchpad now, and hopefully I can actually finish the turn-off. Alright, oh, wrong button. Alright, so 3, that's 3 AA shots. 9 AA shots versus 12 AA shots. Keep AA here. I think it's going to be the infantry from Ankara that gets railed down here. Just infantry's defensive better is just a little bit stronger than the AA. And the AA actually has a job here compared to sending infantry out to do nothing. Alright, that's that. So all of those units are moved. Alright, now. Yep. On to place units. I also just realized Spain is in this thing, so Germany gets the blue division. Useful to notice. And because of that, I'm going to move that infantry from, before I place units, I'm going to move that infantry from Berlin to Western Germany. Alright, so that artillery doesn't do anything. This fortification is Italian. It gets placed on the Italian turn. All these go get placed on the German turn now. Okay. This is much harder when you don't have a mouse to hold down all these. Alright, there we go. Okay, so Blue Division goes in Berlin, and that militia, as I said, is moving to Western Germany. These 5 destroyers are all going to be placed out of port with this fleet in Normandy because we have a big old major shipyard there. Over here, these 5 infantry are going to be placed in Eastern Germany. And these are all going to go get placed, not you. Oh, come on. It's really tricky without a mouse. Yeah. All of these are all going to go get placed over here. Alright. So 1 infantry is going to go in Paris. It'll stay in Paris. 1 infantry is going in Romania. 1 infantry is going in Warsaw. 1 infantry is going in Istanbul. 1 infantry is going in Syria. And these 3 militia will get placed around. 1 is going in southern Iran. 1 is going in Bulgaria. And Istanbul actually looks very secure at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, that militia. I need a militia here. And the infantry that I railed from Ankara to Egypt is actually going to be replaced by that militia, by that anti-aircraft gun. It's going to instead walk to here, and this AA gun is going to rail down. Overthinking it here. Just wish I had a little bit more money that I could have bought some anti-aircraft guns, but I didn't realize that until the I had started the turn, so oh well. You can never have too many anti-aircraft guns. Alright, so that's all placed. And now we're going to go do the Spanish recruitment roll. Right up here. There you go. That is a little high, so no dice there. German income didn't change at all because we didn't gain any territories, we didn't lose any territories, so we're at 68. I'm not sure why this is 69. Anyway, I'll mess around with this stuff later. 68, 2 for Northern Norway, 6 for Sweden and Romania, 4 for Iraq, nothing rolled our trap. That's 2, 4, 10, 12. 68 plus 12 puts us up to, what is that? I can do math. 80. Yeah, 80. Should be pretty much the same as last turn. So we are at 80 for the Germans. Yes, that is the same as last turn. No change. And I think that is everything then. I'm going to go replace the battery with my mouse and clean this mess in Eastern Poland up. Oh, didn't place the fortification. Where did I stick that? Don't forget that. That fortification goes in Eastern Poland along the border with Western Ukraine. Again, I'll make that fancier. And then I have Atlantic Wall, so this fort gets placed on the southern chunk of the Normandy coast, which is this bit on A21. So I will go finish putting those fortifications out again once I fix the battery on my mouse, and I will leave it off here. for 5-star general and the Russians, and we'll see what his massive army of steel is planning. Thank you all for watching, and wishing you all well.